start, I would like to give big thanks to the following sponsor I have, Mr. Eugene Hong for my outfit today. Mr. Kendall for my guitar, and of course, my one and only big friend, Inao, for my hair and makeup. So, I will start the story like this one because I'm gonna tell you some story, and I'm gonna give you some warning because when I get nervous, I'm gonna start swearing and cursing. But for the record, if that thing happens, my name is Tulane Rivera. Anyway, you're gonna hear three stories from me, my transformation, of course, and then you're gonna hear about how I was able to survive, and also, how you can dream again. I came in the United States about 11 years ago. Me and my wife, with our kids. And during that time, my wife she was 6 months pregnant. As an immigrant, we came here in the United States because we want to chase our American dream. Correct. And same thing like what happened to Leslie. And for me, getting here, we don't have anything except for our dream. We have some couple of luggages, but we arm ourselves with hope and dream. And then, taking the boards, passing the exam, but it didn't happen right there. It took me for a little bit before I passed the board, so I ended up working like a nursing aide and all the stuff, working 2 jobs just to pay for the bills while Rose is going through her pregnancy, and it's tough. And you know what? That American dream for me in 2010, the dream became a nightmare. I went, into almost to bankruptcy. I lost my house when I did some investment. I've been working a lot of overtime, and I was in a financial crisis. Can you go back to that one, please? Okay. So I was in a financial mess now, and I did some investment. You know what happened to the economy of the United States? The economy collapsed now, and I don't have financial discipline. But buy this stuff, left and right, and I was in trouble. And the thing is, my marriage also was affected, and it became so shaky. We've been arguing a lot of things about money and how to pay these things, and I'm working overtime. And you can see, I've been using my credit card too much. And I got some time that I don't know if you experienced this one, when you swipe your card and it declines, and then you start, pulling the other credit card, and then this one, it declined. It's a shame, in somebody's with a long line, and that's been my life now. I've been using the small interest rate of my other credit card to pay off the other one. So we've been living from paycheck to paycheck, and it's tough because a lot of Filipinos knows that nurses are doing well. But in my case, it didn't happen like that one because too much of the debts and all the stuff. And the worst thing what happened to me is back in November of 2010, and this is the worst tragedy I had when my brother was murdered. I promise I won't gonna cry today, but it really turned around my life because my brother, if he had some siblings, he didn't die because of sickness or accident. Somebody took his life. And for me, remembering is so vivid for me. I still remember the last conversation I had with him, about 2 to 3 days before he was murdered. He asked me for some help. He wants me to pull him out from that place because he already feels that he's in trouble, but he never tell me the details. But I told him I can't, because of the financial situation I did. And that's the thing that really hurt me so much. I was not able to help him out with his 3 little kids. So the reason why I was able to fly back to the Philippines because of a great help of my friend in here, Lilibet. She let me, borrow her credit card, so I flew, and supposed to be, I'll be grieving and all this stuff, but I'm still in the process of how I can do this one, how I can help, and too much, trouble for me because of money issue. And I would like to thank also Janice Stiglitz, because during that moment, she's the first person I really spoke, because I cannot say and tell my mom what happened, because my mom is in Orange County, and it's her birthday the next day, and I told Janice I don't know what to say to my mom. And I just make some alibis because my mom has been calling all my siblings back in the Philippines and nobody's answering the phone. And I told her, okay, I can fly to Orange County tomorrow. Let's celebrate your birthday. So I'm just trying to make up some stories. I said, Chris, your siblings are not answering the phone. What's going on? I feel different. Is there anything going on? Mom, probably they have a bad, like a typhoon back in the Philippines, so there's no good signals. I come there and whatnot. So it's tough for me now, and I need to tell my mom on her birthday. And what happened is, before I arrived in Orange County, I had my layover in Atlanta. She already found out, because eventually she called her cousin in the Philippines, and she blew it up. What happened to my daughter? She's keep crying on me. I told her, Mom, just hang on. I'm coming. So that's the kind of situation I was in before, and for me to fly back home and I saw my brother in his coffin, in his casket, it's so painful. I want them to open up the casket. I tried to grab my brother, but you know what? His skull is already empty. He was shot 21 times in his chest and his head. And I love my bro. He is really one of the person that I really admire so much in my life. He taught me a lot of things. He's very courageous, like climbing the mountain. I'm so scared of heights, and he's the one who taught me about it. And then my elder sister approached me, told me, Chris, I'm sorry, we have an issue, because my brother is tall, he's about 5'9". Said, we changed the casket into the bigger one, but I know it's expensive, because he won't fit into the small one. And she apologized on me, and that really hurt me, because I want to give my brother a decent, funeral. Even a casket is an issue for us, and even with this name that they put your name, on the grave, is still an issue. I told them it doesn't matter how expensive it is. I borrow money, just give him a decent funeral. And for me, that's really what stuck on my head, and I was so engraved with hatred and revenge, and I want to, get back to these people. At the same time, I need to go back and fly back home, because I only have 2 weeks, because I'm working as a nurse during the time. So I need to show up, or else they're gonna fire me. And then when I arrive home, with the financial issue I have with my wife, and I have some issue that I want to give up my dream here in America, and she noticed about it, because I keep pushing. I want to go back to the Philippines. I keep making some excuses why I need to go back to the Philippines, but the main thing is I want to make revenge. And I was so, become so bitter in my life, and I was not able to do anything. That's why you guys, if you have some issue in your life, your siblings, I dare you, get over it. Make up with your siblings, because you never know what's gonna happen the next day. And for me, that's my regret. And for me, because of that why that I got, and the time is so perfect for me. When you find your big why, you will find your way, and I found back Yoli. And this great guys like Corey Citron, man, I'm like a stalker with Corey Citron back in those days. I've been idolizing this guy whenever he go up on stage. Oh, this Corey, I got all his DVDs. You see, I'm just listening to him, and sometimes when I hear in the previous company, if he's doing some event back in Miami, I don't care driving 6 hours just to see this guy and to get inspired. But right now, I was able to work with him. And I would like to thank you, Bobby, Michael, Darren, especially to my good friend, Robbie Fender. He really taught me a lot. He molded me to be a better person. And And this is the thing, guys, you need to find your why. A lot of people talk about their why. And it doesn't have to be tragic, just like what happened to me. Don't get into the position that you will have a regret in your life. You know? And I'll show you my next slide. See, this is the formula that you need to take it seriously. You see my picture in there? I always make a joke. This is the picture when I send my resignation to my boss. I told my boss I have a big problem with my vision because I cannot see myself coming back to my job, right? And we were sent in Cancun, Mexico. I've never been to any places of vacation and whatnot. We can go to Disney, some adjacent cities in Florida, but not really an exclusive vacation. It only happens in I got the car, and then recognition. I got a lot of recognition last night. I've been looking into that one and contemplating what happened to my life and how these things possible. Being broke with too much problems, all these things, I've been struggling and struggling. Why this thing happened to me? Why me? Why me? I'll tell you guys, because I changed. I changed. It's not easy to make a change in life. I changed a lot. I want to do better in life. But it's a challenge for you. Sometimes change hurt you. But for me, before having the success of Yoli, I was like a dog on the nail. I've been moaning and whining about my life. You remember that kind of story that this dog is moaning and his nails stuck in his back and he won't get up? That's me before. Because the pain doesn't hurt that much. But when my brother died, it changes everything, but it hurts so much I cannot bear it. I saw my wife, the pain about finance or marriage. Man, I tell you, I get up so fast. I get up so fast. And all of you get pain here. If you have pain right now, I challenge you. I dare you to get up. Get up. And put that nail in back. I've been driving 6-10 hours when I go to South Carolina and help my team. Do you think I care when somebody will say no to me? No, I don't. No, I got a lot of BBPs, nobody will show up. And it's disappointing because I'm so focused on my dream. My dream. And you see the magazine, and they will come out today. I was recognized, but I spoke to a lot of leaders like Brian and Eugene. I'm thinking about having some second thought. Do I need to come with this magazine? Do I need to share my story? Business-wise, it doesn't make sense for me because I hear already the story that it's not about generating leads and signing up. But the main reason why I agreed to come out with my story, aside from giving credibility, of course, to our company, is because of the story. Now, I know a lot of people out there is being hurt and they're in pain. If my story can touch their life and make a difference to them, I'll be the happiest camper in the world. That's the reason why I get out. Now, let me share to you guys. Now, I love money. I won't kid you. But it's not about the money. It's about the person who you become. Because of those pain I have, you know what happened to me? My pain become my gain. My pain become my gain of strength to carry on. My pain become my gain of my inspiration. My pain become my gain of motivation to move forward. And you can do the same. And you don't need to experience those painful situations in your life. You can create a mindset. You can create a mindset. Because I realized that my outer world is only a reflection of my inner world. That's why I changed. I read books right now. I listen to CDs. I connect to a lot of successful people. That's the reason why I love to hang around with Eugene. Aside from he's making a lot of money. I like people are great. Like, now, guys, I'm telling you, what we have in Yolo right now is so much, so much. And we're only getting started. We're only getting started. So, duplication, this is the key words that really stuck on me. When I understand about the concept of duplication, this is my biggest aha moment. And it catapulted my business. But I won't talk too much about duplication because Eugene already stole my slide. You know, tomorrow we're going to do some great trainings, and I highly encourage you to come out. We have some great leaders who do the event, like Kinaro will be there. Now we have Damien Songs and all the diamonds from different organizations. We're coming together, working as a family to help everybody. Because I believe that all of you here has a shot to be successful in life. Because I was in your shoes before. Years and years, I always come to this event in previous company before. 7 years, stuck on the back, clapping, standing, every time that they have recognition. Every year, recognition after recognition, and then one day, I recognize that my name is not recognized. So start with the system, follow the system. I won't talk too much of this one, but this is how the concept I teach my team. It's a system. All you need to do is bring in your prospect to the funnel of the BBP. Let them sort out. Let the video sort out whether they're 1, 2, or 3. This is easy for us. And then just force the calendar. Doing 3 BBPs at a time. Forcing. It's all about the activity, guys. Because it doesn't matter how inspired you are right now. If you want go into massive action, there's no execution, then nothing will happen to you. Building a dream bridge. I really highly appreciate Ronnie Cruz for sharing his story. I love you like Tulane and Angel. And this is what it's all about. It's about building bridges. All of us started like this guy in the picture. You can see this guy riding on a small boat, trying to paddle every single day, working day in and day out, going to his job to get paid, to get the check, to pay for the bills. There's nothing wrong having a job, guys. There's nothing wrong, but don't forget to build your dream. You can build your dream part-time. And you see all those foundations. While you're building your bridge, you will get a lot of challenge to build the foundation of your belief. The foundation of your relationship is part of it. The foundation of your skills, your leadership, your character, those are part of the foundation. And it takes time to build it. But most of the people, they quit. And just like what Ronnie said, if you just stop and you never quit, you will reach the destination that you want. Show it to your team that it's possible. Build your dream. Continue building it. It doesn't matter how hard it is, continue building it. Because you know what happened? How beautiful is your bridge of success when you finish it. And the cool thing on this one, once your bridge is already built, a lot of your teammates can go with you. It's easy for them to access. That's the reason why we have some good success right now. Because some of these pioneer leaders, they already made the path for us. And we're so lucky right now we have a system, and we started before we were even DVD. But we stuck in the process because we believe in these guys. We experienced a lot of hardship building our business. Now, I'm going to end up here with this affirmation. And I want everybody to stand up and say these words with me. I am created in His image and likeness. I am prosperous.
And I transform lives.
I am abundant. I am victorious. And I transform lives. God Salamat ang mabuhay.